All right, from Boston, I'm George, but Daniel Patrick Welch is geopolitical analyst. Good to have you with us, Daniel. So pretty eventful day, the past 24 hours in Russia, and you know all about it. So let's have your assessment. How did it all start? And now it seems hopefully to be the end with this mediation by Belarus.
Yeah, I think Lukashenko was the man behind the curtain, kind of came in to fix it, as you said, within 24 hours. So the MSM howling, hysterical nightmare, how there are 60,000 Wagner troops on the march to Moscow. All of that is complete BS. You know, that's just nothing they ever say is close to the truth. And what you really actually have is a labor dispute with an egomaniac. What do you do? You know, Prigozhin's contract ended a month ago, and they are wisely learning that, you know, this private military thing is not, I don't know if you want Eric Prince to have a lot of political pressure available in the U.S. either. It's not, it's just, the one thing is that you have to understand is that there is an enormous amount of respect and admiration for their heroism and their storming of Artyomovsk, which was renamed Bakhmut after the Ukrainian coup. But there's zero for this. To understand the Russian mentality is to have at least a tiny bit of actual World War II history still alive in your brain. And people on Telegram and all over the Russian world are saying, you know what, we learned in World War II, if they betray you once, they'll betray you again. And there is zero support for that kind. You can't do this during a military campaign. It's treasonous. And I don't think there's any serious spokesman with any other opinion from the Russian side. But like you said, it's 24 hours. It's over. We're back to what your previous commentator said, Ukraine losing this ridiculous counteroffensive from A to Z. This kind of ripple that the MSM tried to turn into a wake and a tidal wave is over. And now we are back to the drawing board.
Okay, Daniel, you know that we had also the U.S. president with officials from the U.K., from France, Germany, you know, the EU, they were all discussing things. And what could have they done if the situation had just gone on?
Well, to be blunt, actually, I will say for the first time ever that I believe that NATO and the U.S. were not the central actor in this fiasco. They usually are. I think Putin is right on that when he says that 95% of the terrorist activities of the world are conducted by the CIA. But this was, like I said, an internal labor dispute. They certainly did try to take control of the info war of that. That is extremely important, especially in the modern day. It always was. There's no such thing as hybrid war. That's part of what war is. Information is huge. And so I was up most of the night and the morning following these ridiculous, all these rumors flying around through Telegram and Facebook and every possible channel. And the West wants to do what you said in the run-up, which is, raise morale. But if Ukrainian soldiers are ruining their Western machines so that they don't get set into battle, this is British tabloids publishing this stuff. So it's, they're not, you can't, this is really grasping at straws. Prigozhin is bad, yay. Oh, morale is high. Well, does that give you an extra 500,000 kids to throw into the meat grinder? No. So I think they would like to have something to play with. But I don't think, aside from money, Prigozhin was not anti-Putin at all. So it's like Navalny. They always try to boost Navalny. Navalny has 1% popular support in Russia. And the West is completely oblivious to this. They choose Juan Guaido, some guy who was kind of a backroom politician in Venezuela, as their proxy. Now, this OUN group, Bandera's group in Ukraine, was a huge success in being the proxy, being the successor of actual Nazis. And that's not going well either. But, these are the people who chose the Shah, who chose Somoza. They've always chosen Pinochet, there's another one, Nazi at hand. And they are always misfire. And this would have been another misfire.
Okay, interesting. Thank you so much for that. Daniel Patrick Welch, geopolitical analyst in Boston.